G'day, Steel Nation. Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. I'm your host, Mark. And today I wanted to talk about Myles Jack. And the reason being I want to talk about Myles Jack is because, pure and simple, I love the defense. I've shown this graphic a million times, but I want to show it one more time to start the video. We have Edmonds, Fitzpatrick, Highsmith, Myles Jack, Devin Bush, TJ Watt on the outside, Levi Wallace, Witherspoon, Hayward, Alualu, Tuitt, along with some of our other defensive players who are going to make a big mark in 2022. Now, the reason why I want to talk about Myles Jack in this video and have a bit of fun and see what you guys think, I want to get you guys involved in this video as much as I can, right? Get out your pen and paper, get out your calculator, start to do all the stats. I want to hear you get involved, and I want to hear in the comments what you think every single time we play over or under, right? We're going to do what impact will Myles Jack have on the Pittsburgh Steelers season in 2022? What impact will he have? And the best way to do that, to illustrate that, is with over/under, right? So we're going to look back at some of his stats, and I'm going to give you guys a number on the screen, and I want you to go in the comments and write for each one, if it's tackles, if it's sack, if it's forced fumble, over/under the amount that I give you. Now, I did do my due diligence and research, and I looked at some of his stats, and I tried to break it down over Myles Jack's 6-year career, right? But let's start it out. Let's start it out right now with the first one. What will be Myles Jack tackles? How many tackles we have in 2022? Now, I've given the number here for a reason. 92.5, right? Will it be over 92.5 or under 92.5? In Myles Jack's career, in his history, he has a combined tackle 513, right, over his 6-year career. Now, the reason why I chose 92.5, it sounds like a radio station. 92.5, Myles Jack Radio, right? It sounds like a radio station. However, the reason why I chose that, if you average out 513 over 6 years, his 6-year playing career, that is 84 tackles for a season. So I thought I'll give a bit of a leeway, right? Now, I'm actually heading towards, with this number, 92.5, I'm heading towards of it being the over. I think Myles Jack can hit over 92.5 tackles. I actually think he may hit maybe into 100, right? Because one reason why, we have an extra game in 2022 now, also in 2021, we have an extra game. So if he's going to hit over 92.5, we play 17 games in the season, so hopefully he can be healthy for that, right? In 2021, he also had 108. So last year he had 108 tackles in 2021. So maybe that's an easy over, but I think he'll also be involved in the defense a lot. I think he'll be around the football, and I think he'll be gunning at the bit to really get after whoever is running the football or catching the football. I think he will go over that amount. So what do you think? Now, the average is 84, right, throughout his season. But what do you think? Will he get over 92.5 tackles? Next. My next one here that I've got is over/under tackles for loss. Now, I've set it at 5.5 because in Myles Jack's career, he has 19 tackles for a loss over the 6-year career, which is 3 tackles average per year, right? And if we go to 2021, he had 3 tackles for a loss in 2021. So what are your thoughts here? So tackle for a loss could include the sack, or if it's just running down the running back most times, or it's chasing the receiver. But it means that he's rushing to the line and taking on the offense and pushing him back for a 2nd and 12. This one, I put it at 5.5 because I think he might get 5. I think it might be under. So I'm going to go under on that question. Next one. So we have over/under safety. So we have 0.5 because safeties are very hard to get. Now, I did look at his stats. He hasn't got a safety in his career, right? No safety, no 2 points, nothing like that. It hasn't happened yet. So will this be the year that Myles Jack gets a chance to get a safety, earn 2 points for the defense, and then we get the ball back? Will this be the year? So I've put that at 0.5. I have to play the odds here. He hasn't had a safety in his whole career in 6 years, so I'm going to go under. But what do you guys think? As you're playing along, type in over/under for each individual safety, tackles for loss, or tackles. Let's go to the next one. This one's a fun one. Now, sack. Over/under for a sack, right? In his career, he has 6.5 sacks over his 6-year career. That is 1 sack average each year. Now, 5.5 is pretty high, right? 5.5 is really high for the sack count. So I actually think, though, I got this feeling that this defense is going to be so crazy because the Myles Jack in Jacksonville has been on a losing side throughout his entire career. They've just been they didn't win. They only won 3 games last year, right? This defense is known to sack the quarterback. With the pressure of TJ Watt, Highsmith in the front line, and Myles Jack hopefully being that run stopper and that QB rusher that can come out of nowhere and blitz like Vince Williams used to blitz, right? Right down the middle, bull rush, chase the quarterback. And also, we're versing a lot of mobile quarterbacks too in the AFC North, right? We sacked, I think, Deshaun Watson last year 7 times, or the year before 7 times. So I'm actually going to go for this question, the over/under. There we go. 6. I'm going to go 6 sacks, and I'm going to go over. I think he gets more sacks than what people think. Right, the next one. The over/under I've set next is a forced fumble. I've set it here at 3.5. The reason being, he's only had in his career 2 forced fumbles in his whole entire career. So for this question, what do you guys think? Over/under? I'm leaning towards. I did make it a bit high. So I'm leaning towards the under. Now, we hopefully this year can go out and get a lot of forced fumbles and start to really, create havoc in the defense and get the turnovers for a short field for Trubisky and the offense. So this one, if it's 3.5, I think that it may be under. But let me know what you guys think. The next one is a fun one, guys. We have interception, 2.5. Now, I looked into some of his stats here too. Over his career, he has 3 interceptions as a middle linebacker, and that's pretty good. So what's going to happen in 2022? Is 2.5 too high? Maybe, possibility. But I also see this year, I'm actually going to go over. I'm going to go over with the 2.5. The reason being is because this defense is going to be lights out. And I get this feeling that TJ Watt and Highsmith and those fellas around the outside are going to create that much pressure to where the ball just might pop up into the middle of the field, right? I can see Myles Jack having a big year and getting 3 interceptions. Now, guys, we're coming to the close of the video. Myles Jack is a Pittsburgh Steeler now, right? He is playing Steel City football. And we all know what that means. That means winning. That means 100%, 100% going out there and winning. The Pittsburgh Steelers haven't had a losing season in a very, very long time, right? Myles Jack was part of an organization with the Jaguars since 2016 to 2021, right? 6 years, and just hasn't won many games. Let's be honest. They won 3 games last year. So the big question at the end, the big question, over/under, how many wins will Myles Jack be a part of? Over/under 3.5. And the reason I set up 3.5 is they won 3 games last year. They won 3 games on the Jacksonville Jaguars roster, team, whatever you call it. It's bad. It's really bad. So Myles Jack comes into the Steelers. And for me, what impact will it have on the Steelers? I think a lot. I think he's going to be a crazy player out there. I think he's going to reignite Devin Bush to go out there and play well too. I think he's going to help out our defense 100% with Minka and those fellas. He's going to be a leader in this defense. And I think for this last question, over/under 3.5, I get this feeling, guys. I don't know where it comes from, but I reckon it's going to be over. I reckon it's going to be over 110%. The whole game is over. Myles Jack out there on this field with this defense, like I said before, with all the fellas, getting around the football, starting to create havoc on the opposition offense in the AFC North. We are coming to win. The Pittsburgh Steelers are coming to win. And Myles Jack is coming to this team now that is a winning franchise and a winning culture. All right, guys. Thank you for checking out Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. I'm your host, Mark, along with my co-host, Owen. We appreciate you guys in the comments and saying and subscribing. So if you do like our content, please hit that like and subscribe. We are so close to 700. We are so very close to 700. And it's been a fantastic few days. So if you guys appreciate the content and like our Steeler talk, hit that sub and that notification button as well. I'll see you guys later. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.